All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Check, 47. We ain't giving up nothing today. Gotta go.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Check 25. Check. Watch the backer. Check 37. Check 11. Check.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. 83 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
On the double. 46. You don't see me in your nightmare, son. You don't see me in your nightmare.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's it.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
46 to Mike. I'm coming after you.
From the 31, Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Now Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Check 49, check 49. 58. Check. Hey, 59, ready. SOS.
They snap it at one. Now Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
51,
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. On third and goal, Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he finds Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little thread.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, it's Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on second down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check your hot read. Gun.
Again, Ryan. Got his man. That's Mecole Hardman, the rookie. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
47 to Mike, boy. 47. Check. 51, Tom.
On 2nd down and 4, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
11 yards there, first down.
Ready? 5-9. First down. Come on, Lennon.
On first down, Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Let's go.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And Cook has it left side. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first and 10, here's Breeze. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Breeze again. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And Lutz's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons push further out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. To throw, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
To throw is Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. After the penalty, here's Freeman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Breeze now to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And the Saints, first down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Breeze going to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Here we go, here we go. You're good. 5-4, ready.
On second down now, it's Washington. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Breeze now on first down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing now is Breeze. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here.
Come on.
Breeze to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, check back 47. Here we go.
Freeman again. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Ready? 5-8.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? Yellow waiting. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, cut. Get in the weight room. Cut.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. The open man is Smith. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. Breeze now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, kill.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. He can run for it. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. it simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep with Ridley, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Ryan now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
20.
From the 44, Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Hey, bye. 52's the mic. Check. 52's the mic. I got it.
Now Ryan on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Mike, 46. Let's put him on the play.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Ryan wants to throw it. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown. touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got Smith here. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Ready, blue lady! Blue lady!
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, they continue to keep pace for that